Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well. It is March 25th, 2023, 5:21 p.m. I messed up everything today. Don't worry about it. Listen, I was very impatient trying to get here since, you know, that's a video and not like an actual thing. I apologize for the delay. Let me go ahead and turn on the music. But hey, we're here. It's immersion, right? Immersion, okay. I need to race down to the courthouse now because we have something to do. It's not a replay. I live in Canada, so it is the 25th. I don't do replays, and I don't know if I could. Mind you, man, it would be kind of a good use of my time. It would be very confusing, though. Because people be like, you know, it's like, the chat's not moving, and you're talking. I feel like it'd be a little scummy, you know? I could see a time where I'd do it, though. For sure. But hey, I hope everyone's doing well. And today, we do have some Verdin stuff. And we are going to, you know, see if I can do a little bit of surveillance, maybe. Just as a side, because, you know, I can always use some more information. Oh yeah, I forgot how jarring that was. My apologies. If it gets foggy at all, there's a certain weather setting. Put replay in the title. I could. I'm sure people wouldn't be pissed off about it then. But we're gonna head down to the courthouse today, and we're gonna go have a conversation with 2 players and maybe more on the MDT. So first, before I go there, because we do have a few minutes, I do want to get a car wash real quick. Just because, you know, need to be driving around in a nice car at all times, right? But yeah, the reason why I say surveillance is I just want a little bit more information. I suppose I should pick up some food too. I'm looking a little rough. Man, the fog is nice. I just wish it wasn't so awful with the just turning on, pop in. Mind you, it's only a second and then it's gone, right? It's not a huge deal. But, well, actually it's 2 seconds because it turns off and then it turns on again. So it's not an amazing thing. But I do hope that the ladies and gentlemen in the chat did enjoy the intro that I worked so hard of recording 5 minutes straight of not doing anything on my computer. I have a bunch of those. I thought it was a cool way to do intros. What am I looking for? There's something incredibly wrong. Probably number one is probably I don't have any money. Oh, it takes it a credit. That's fine. Let's buy 3 Sprite. What am I looking for? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know why I just stacked him like that. I am looking for something. I've lost it. I've lost it. Whatever I was looking for, it's gone. I'm sure I'll realize here shortly. I'll be very upset. Let me in my car, please. Yep, it's straight up gone. But yeah, we're gonna meet up with some people. We're gonna talk about the MDT, if it should be public, if it should be private. I don't think that this decision is up to me, but a united DOJ is a strong DOJ, you know? So if everybody's united on the opinion, everybody in the DOJ saying, hey, we want access, or we want the public to have access to this and this and this, then, you know, it'd be better. So we're going to be hearing some arguments, I'm sure. We'll have a conversation about it in a few minutes. It's coming up in like 6 or 7 minutes. I do like when my windows are tinted, Freudian slip. I like that when my vehicle's dirty, it makes my windows tinted more. Jesus, English is very hard today. And I need cash for car washes. And I have $1. One whole dollar. You know, I'd like to see some more interiors for things like this that don't have interiors. I'd love to see that, actually. It's always like, you know, something that... Why is it purple? Anyway, it's always nice to see, like, small interiors that aren't, like, huge. That makes sense, like, from a game perspective. Like how much sense the car wash here makes. But yeah, it's always nice. But yeah, I won't tell you guys my opinion on the MDT stuff. We'll leave that in character. Just because I don't want to be too opinionated outside of the game. So let's head down or up or left or right to the old courthouse.
Hey, you a dude, right? And you know it.
Hello, Reki. Thank you. It actually took a very long time of grinding to get this car. It was not purchased for me. It's not a police car. It's not something I got with becoming a DOJ person. I had to buy this. Unlike the previous mayor who got his for free. And that was also a PD car. Like, this is a civilian car. I paid it with my own money. I grinded it with my own time. It was awful. I literally just sped run taxi job. I just give myself $1 million. No, I don't. Jeremy Duck Grinder. I had to grind. I wouldn't have had a car otherwise. I've been running around like just in case does. But how you been, Reki? I hope you're doing well, man. Nice seeing you in the stream. Woo! Damn, this thing can get turned around. Oh, walk style. That's what was going on. Walk style. I remember now. Fuck's sakes. Every time I switch characters, I need to turn that off. I've been great, man. I don't know if you've seen the YouTube shorts on the channel. But my stream, well, not my stream. Well, stream is like a side thing. But my YouTube channel has been fucking bussin', man. Straight bussin'. Like 22, over the last 365 days, I've gotten 22,000 views. Now, the people who do YouTube shorts, like shorts views aren't like crazy good, but anything is good when this is my main goal in life. Like, to be what I'm doing now is like my fucking goal. So I've been very like bright, I guess is the word. All right. I just got my paycheck. It's not gonna be another 15 minutes. We're gonna have a meeting. I'm in DOJ. I'm using DOJ's money. I hope no one gets mad. Because you can get bent. I have 5K. Like, I have made a grand total of probably 20K off of DOJ since I've been here. Which is so low. It's so low. Tell me I can sit in these chairs, by the way. If we can, that'd be great. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Give verdict? Interesting. I don't see us ever having a jury in our server. In any server, to be clear. Not just ours. It just wouldn't be impartial. The whole, you know, jury stuff in real life, the reason why juries are very useful in real life is because you're talking about millions and millions of people. When you're talking about 30 or 60 or 100 or 120 or 200, it's still it's not entirely enough to be impartial, truly. Mind you, I'm sure the roleplay with, you know, protecting jurors and kidnapping jurors and intimidating jurors would be fun. Great, in fact. Should I sit at the head of the table? No, I shouldn't. Let's show openness by sitting in the middle. Damn, I look good. Sheesh. Actually, while I'm here, let me go check if Dawn or any of the leadership members added a vending machine. Or someplace to get water and food. I'd be happy if it was hiked up and it also provided the DOJ with a little bit more cash. I'd be psyched about that. I'd be very psyched as I just cracked my ankle. You love that. Because these would be... I know people do it in, like, servers and stuff, but... Oh. Hey! Good shit, Don. Love to fucking see it, man. Well played. This is what Don's the best. If Don added it. Whoever added it, you're the best. Don's the best anyway, but, you know. There is no food. I would like to see some food. I would like to see some food. But I'm happy with what I got. It would be nice, but I'm happy with what I got. Alright, we're on the court's time right now. Well, not the court's time. I'm getting paid for this. Where's my people? I'll run in my hat. Damn, I look good. Look at me. Sheesh. Does those TVs work, by the way? Good luck. I'd double stream. I wouldn't. I'd consider it for all but 2 seconds. It'd be funny, but it's technically, it's a lot of rule breaks to do that. I don't know if you guys are aware, but you know, considering I'm talking to you guys, not in character, different person, you know, there's a lot of potential gaming that could be going on. That's why I don't know if there's a rule against it, but I have heard some things at some point in my time. Whoa. You see how it selected that bottle? Yeah, give me verdict. It's very nice, this like highlight thing. I really like that. Do we have like Bitcoin or whatever? Dude, how many times is this guy gonna call me? This shit. Look at this shit. Oh wait, he was just spam calling me. Okay. Alright, Kenneth crashed. Alright, Columbo. Fuck, what's his first name? I don't even remember. No idea. So, like, these guys are like your common mobsters, you know? These are your common mobsters. So obviously they want to be fast friends with the old judge. Man, a lot of missed calls. Holy fuck. Guys, there's one way to message me, and that's in the Discordian. There's one way. You ping in this Better Call Saul thing, and then I'm in. Doesn't matter where I am. I will be right there. Is there no stock market? We have apps, right? Buy and sell items. Let me see what this is. I don't know why they have this. This just doesn't make sense for it to have that. Okay. It's removed on reset. Okay. Bruh. This is the... Bruh. Bruh. Why did Jardine open a auto shop? What the heck, Jardine? How did they get this picture? Did they take this picture? DeWalt Owner's Manual. This is just for tobacco use only. Hello, this is Judge J. Verdin.
The Sam we were supposed to talk?
Yeah, I'm in the jury room. In the courthouse.
Yeah, I got you. I was trying to talk to the assistant, but he doesn't say much.
Yeah, he's a little bitch. Sorry, he's a little bitch.
He's kind of standing here doing nothing.
Yep. He doesn't do anything. But yeah, I'm in the jury room in the courtroom. Great. His name's Sam? Hold on. Is it Sam? Dude, there's too many names, man. Sam Frost. Okay. I always think, like, Marco Boy's character is always named, like, something Snow. It's Frost that fucks me up. Holy shit. Sorry, I was looking at a picture of, a thing. Okay. Alright, well, apparently we got no cops on, so, you know, that's a rest in peace. Alright, later. Becky, later. Wait, are you unbanned? Hold up, come back. Read the signs! You can do it! I believe!
Yo, these walls are talking.
Warmer! Warmer! Smoking hot! Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Bro,
Hey.
you gotta get a new assistant, man.
Listen, it's not my fault they suck.
I mean, he just stands there at the sign doing nothing.
Listen, he ain't my assistant. Anyway, hello, gentlemen. How are we?
Why was I talking to him?
What?
Then why was I talking to him?
You tell me, sir. I thought it was a mayor's guys. I thought this courtroom was just mine.
This is a lovely table right here.
Yeah, I kind
Taking a
of.
close-up look.
Yeah, you know, you need a good sniff, you know.
This is good.
Yeah. But how we doing, gentlemen? We got Sam Frost right across from me, and we got Dimitri last name, right? Dimitri Jones. Jones? Is it Jones?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr.
Family of
Jones and
Jason
Mr.
Jones?
Frost. Yeah, are you family of Jason Jones?
No,
All right, very good. All right, gentlemen, I kind of want to just have a quick chat, because every chat that we have should kind of take place in here, you know? Not in this room specifically, but just in here.
In the courthouse, you mean?
Yeah, sure. The courthouse. So I kind of just wanted to hear your guys' opinions, right? And not make any, you know, because I have, obviously I have opinions, but like, you know, just hear your guys' opinions, talk about it a little bit, tell you guys my opinions and why I want to do things the way I want to do it. And then maybe we can come to a consensus on what we can do next, all right? So if you're good with that, Mr. Frost, I haven't seen you ever, in fact. So why don't you go ahead and ask what is it that you want around the MDT? Like, do you want it to be public? Do you want it to be accessible to district attorneys, which they should be, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But what's the idea?
Oh wait, district. I don't know. I mean, we should have access to, I think, the charges and arrests, no? So we can actually get
Define
the information.
we.
Public defenders.
Yeah.
so charges and arrests typically are both public record. So anyone should be able to come in here and see, like, oh, this person has a warrant out for their arrest. This person has had an arrest for this in the past. They were charged for this, but yada, yada, yada. That should all be public record. Now, lawyers, so people working with the Department of Justice, whether it be privately as a DA, as a public defender, or whatever, we should all have access to the MDT. Because
They
let's
should.
say I have access to MDT, I can see the police report of someone I'm going to defend. That makes my job infinitely easier. Because now I have a record of every officer that was involved, and I'm
Mhm.
not forced to try to go track that information down.
Okay.
As well as I have an idea of what happened before I even go talk to anyone, which that tells me whether or not I even want to touch the case.
All right. Frost, were you done, or do you have anything else to say? Oh, you're having a little cutout issue. Could you repeat that? Mr. Frost, if you could go ahead and reset your voice box. You're having some problems.
Yeah, sorry, I slept for a while.
Yeah. Did you have anything else to say? I hope I didn't interrupt you.
No, pretty much the same what he said. As a public defender, it would make my job a whole lot easier if I
Mhm.
could get access to reports without having to talk to officers first, and then officers would tell me they had to talk to their chief to get access, blah 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 blah, when I should already have access to stuff like that.
Okay. So, Mr. Jones, something I do want to state, before I get into this, is I am very wary of doing stuff that is done quote unquote typically. I think we both know what you meant by that. Um, and I don't want to follow it per like verbatim, right? There's some things we might do the same. There's some things we might do differently. So unfortunately, like typically in my mind, it holds some weight, but not a lot because there's certain things that we shouldn't do that is done typically. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So I hear you guys. Honestly, when it comes to public defenders, I think all public defenders and prosecutors obviously should have access to the MDT. I don't know why they don't, if I'm honest. Okay. Now I do have a concession to make when it comes to this. If we were going to add this, and obviously I'd have to talk to Case and um, convince him. But when it comes to that, there needs to be an assurance for everybody involved that there is no looking for people to represent by looking at bad reports, for example. I'm not saying you guys would do
I
that.
believe currently we have to take cases if they come our way, as long as you're a
Yes,
public defender. So that
yes.
shouldn't
So
matter.
That's not what I was saying though. Let me make sure that you're both clear on what I was just saying here, and that is that let's say in the case of a lawyer, and I understand like that's not exactly what we're talking here, but I hope you guys can understand what I mean by like
if
witch
I'm
hunting for reports. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I may, he's essentially saying like he doesn't want us going through all the reports and specifically picking out the bad ones just so we can shit on the police department and the DA because they had a shitty police report.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I'm bad at words sometimes.
I mean, why not? Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but why not?
Why not have that?
Yeah, why not?
Because it takes away from our job. It's supposed to be give
There
and take.
is
Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. That's
there
part of
is
it. If you only take cases you win, then you're just kind of
No, I mean, I'm not saying I'm
it's
gonna
frowned.
deny cases, but if I like, just hypothetically, because again, I'm not gonna do it, but hypothetically, let's say like right now I don't have a case, right? Why would I not just go witch hunt them?
So let me explain why I think you shouldn't. Not like the exact of why not, like the exact answer. Let me tell you why I think you shouldn't do this. So, in some cases, prosecutors and district attorneys and law enforcement have to work together. Judges and all that. There needs to be a consensus that there is an amount of unity, and that unity stops when a certain, and this is specific to when a certain officer becomes corrupt or breaks the law, right? So let's say for example, that Jimmy Two Shoes goes ahead and he breaks the law and he's a cop, right? Obviously, he should be charged and all that, but if there was no one to report it, I don't think it's in the bailiwick, and what I mean by bailiwick is job description of a defense attorney, of a prosecutor, of a um, lawyer to go and find that and seek it out. Now, whose job it is a district attorney investigator who is going to find that, but they're not specifically looking for corruption. They're just being around, and if they hear something, they investigate it, right? If you go and you witch hunt, it's not going to do anybody any favors, even though technically, from a general consensus thing, you are doing the right thing because they're morally wrong, they're legally in the wrong, but you shouldn't do it because it's not a give and take.
Okay, but what if I'm just cruising the MBT and I see a report that actually is kind of just really bad, and I reach out to the guy that got arrested and hit him up like, hey, I just read your report and I think I can fight it.
Then that's witch hunting. He should have to hit you up.
Why though?
Because it's witch hunting and it's bad. It's not going to be a give and take.
Because they are given the option of whether or not they want representation when they go into it. It's like if they do not request the lawyer, it's not our job to go up to them and be like, hey, I can get you out of this. Now, on the flip side of that, like, I know DT and the guy I was representing, I can't think of his name, Joseph Colombo, the guy I represented last week. DT and his guys want to use me while I go private, and him and his guys want to use me while I go private. Now that, like, knowing people and getting cases from that, like, hey, I just got arrested, can you come represent me? That's one thing. But going through MDT and being like, oh, this report just came in and it's typed up really bad, I can get him out of this, that's another. And as far as the whole, like, being required to take whatever comes our way as a public defender, I don't think we are at all. Because, like, if something comes my way with a specific group of people, which I don't think they're around, but for instance, Lost MC, I had a bad run-in with them. I refuse to have anything to do with that group whatsoever. I will not touch them. And if a case came through or one of them got arrested, I would just ignore it. Now, I wouldn't go out of my way to, like, oh, they got arrested, like, fuck them. I wouldn't make a statement of it, but I wouldn't represent them. Even as a public defender, I wouldn't do it. But
I mean, I'm still like, I don't really hear a reason as to why witch hunting is bad. Because the only thing that I can think of is you don't want me to expose the bad side of the PD. Like, if they write a bad
well,
report and I find it, that issue is
Let
on
me
them.
let me answer this.
because
Let
it's
me answer
not our
this,
job to
Jones.
go looking.
Jones, I got this. So, here's the problem. Okay, let's say someone gets arrested, and their report's shit, right? Let's just say that is happening. The way you discover the bad side of the PD is the person involved, who you're going to be defending, just says, "Hey, I think they fucked up here," and then they'll have all the information. Because what would
But
happen?
they cannot see the report.
What would happen is they would have to fuck up, first of all. Police would have to fuck up, right? Because a bad report doesn't mean the police are being stupid. It does mean there's some kind of lack of care, but it doesn't mean they did anything legally wrong. It just means their report is garbage, right? But what would happen is if, let's say, this guy says, hey, I need a lawyer, you come down there, and bam, you get MDT access because we agreed on here that you should have it. Oh, look, their report's garbage. Maybe then I would, feel more confident going to court because they don't have any basis for any of the information they have. The word witch hunting and the meaning of witch hunting is very bad because, and I'll say from an out of context point, it's not fun for anybody. I'm sure that, let's say, you're a common criminal, and every time someone looked at you, they immediately found every rhyme or reason to search you because they know you're a criminal. That's not fun, and it shouldn't be happening if it is. But the reason why I'm saying what the things I'm saying is because I don't want that kind of shit to happen, because it's not fun. And Well, yeah, sure. It would. It would like put a fire under PD's ass to make sure that every single report is up to scruff. And I'm not entirely opposed to having that fire lit. I am opposed, in fact, of having lawyers read every report and pick and choose which ones they want to represent based off their report alone. And for me, I'd never approve it. Now, I'm not the only judge, but that's just my opinion.
Fair enough.
Okay. What are your guys' thoughts? And I'm assuming you don't have anything else on that point. You just want access to the MDT, right? As public defenders. Okay. What's your guys' opinions on having certain things public? Like, are you all the way where reports, arrests, all that should be public? Are you like halfway? Where are you at?
Reports should stay private because having out of context, having seen the MDT like through different eyes, sometimes it'll have locations of things. It should stay private for that reason. Like the
Good
police
locations.
reports should stay private
I
because that
agree.
keeps like possible drug locations and stuff like that out of easy reach of people. So if they
I
don't know
disagree.
about it, then they have to find out. And typically, police reports are always kept private unless something major comes up and that's released to the public. Like, this is what the police say what happened. It doesn't entail the entire police report, but it says it. The media will tell you what the police say happened. Now, arrest records
Wait,
and
hold on.
charges,
I want to hear what
that should be.
Frost disagrees on before you continue.
I mean, I don't really know how to say this. Not sure if I should, but if our reason for not making shit public is because people find out drug spots, that is not something we should be discussing right here.
I mean, that's one obvious reason. I could think of a few. Just give me a moment.
But
It's
there's
just releasing private information that like shouldn't be out there, in my opinion. But go ahead.
yeah.
Go on.
Now,
James.
as far as like arrest records and charges they're facing, that should be public because that is something that generally, well, I won't use the word generally, that is something that would be a public knowledge. Come, like anything that would be public knowledge come a trial, that should be public record. Like anyone that showed up to, let's say, I represented out of context. I think he goes by a nickname Don. I don't know what his government name is, but I represented Don. Um, that was a people came in for the trial because it was kind of
Why
impromptu.
did he say Don?
Um,
I don't
that
remember his thing either.
was everything that was said would be public record. Now, as far as like witness names, all that, and their testimony, that would be private. That would remain private because that wouldn't have been under any record until the court. But the charges he was facing and his criminal record, that would be public.
Mhm. Um,
That's what I think should be public. Charges and criminal record. That's it.
Frost, what's your opinion on what should be public?
I mean, I can agree with him. To be fair, I think reports should just be public to public defenders at least, because it just makes our job a lot easier. Instead of having to go to an officer, then wait for him to go to the chief, and then him coming back to me.
Yeah. So here's my opinion on it. So when it comes to the MDT stuff being public, I think I would never agree to a point to where, let's say, the MDT's reports would be public. There's a multitude of reasons. Some of them we just suggested, but there's privileged information to be gained. There's incriminating information to be gained against someone. Let's say a gang reads up on, hey, he gave us information about this. You know, obviously it could be amended. It just makes law enforcement's
Hang on, I got a phone call. I got to step out.
it it makes a lot of things, including law enforcement, a lot more tedious. I would say there's a lot of
Hello.
weight when it comes to the reports of law enforcement, because I would imagine it's already hard enough to have a good report with supervisors breathing down your neck and making sure that shit's good. So like that's my main thing. I know that no one made a point about that. When it comes to the public record stuff, I think that like I could see a world where everybody would agree. The mayor, the chief, the whoever. And I don't know who I need to get agreed on that, right? But I know that if we all agree here, DOJ wants something, I'm sure that the mayor would be happy to help. But when it comes to like public record and stuff, I think I'm with you guys, and I think it would be nice to see, you know, look up someone's name as like a business owner and see like you're basically doing a background check, right?
And it also like
You're whispering.
opens it up. It also opens it up to say like you're friends with someone that may or may not have charges on them. They could kind of reach out and be like, "Hey, you have a warrant." Maybe not have warrants private, but like
You mean public?
pending charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not have warrants public, but pending charges. Even I would argue that warrants should be public, but I can see where one wouldn't. Pending charges should be public as well. Like, hey, the police are like, let's say you have a friend that just went and did something stupid, and you notice, like, hey, they're trying to find him to press these charges. You can be like, hey, just a heads up, don't get pulled over.
Yeah.
I mean, my main reason for this is just I want to speed up the process, because every time you get a case, some of them just take weeks just to get all the info you even need, and then you still have to set up your plan, talk to your client, etc., etc. So
It,
just
it
go
It
ahead.
doesn't really take that long. When I represented Colombo, that took like what? The only reason it took 2 days is because we weren't on the ball. And when I represented, we'll call him Don, that was
We'll calm
impromptu.
down.
Like
That's
that
a
was,
fix.
I got on,
That
figured
was a
out what
bench trial.
happened, and we were in court. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say a big difference now, Frost, is that I'm here and I'm more active than anybody. Um, and with
Hang
previous
on, I'm getting another.
people, it has always been a problem to get people in the courtroom. It just is. But I'm pretty on the ball. I think the only reason that what he's saying took 2 days is because we didn't do an arraignment hearing because I didn't even remember it. And also Jardine was having trouble collecting evidence, and he has a week, right? I think it's a week or
Yeah.
two.
Side note on that, it'd be nice if we could
Thank
actually get an overview of all the
you
different
too.
trials and stuff and how they would actually
Bye-bye.
kind of take place.
Yeah, we have a system. Oh wait, you mean just a general overview on how they should take place?
Yeah, so if you know you get an expungement hearing, like which side goes first, blah
Ah,
blah blah, opening statement, all just a guideline of trials
I
and all that.
I think that would be nice. I just don't think that is something that I could do right now because I'm still learning, just like you guys are.
I mean,
Um,
I'm just every time I get in a courtroom, I just do what the judge tells me to do. But like, it's hard to prep for that because I don't know
yeah,
what's gonna go down. I'm basically still a civilian, but just like I have a title that says public defender.
yeah. I think that we're all learning. I think the best thing you can do as a, you're a public defender, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do is just like reading up and looking up videos on what they do, and then make your
Well, yeah,
own
but it still
decision
goes.
there.
Of course, it's still a little bit different in this city.
Yes, it is. It's hard. It's
So
been a challenge for me personally.
my recommendation, um, as a public defender, if you want to win, take a look.
Oh
Like,
no, it's just
who-
about the process, because like
oh,
my first expungement, for example, I knew I could get character witnesses, but that's literally because my client told me I could, stuff like that. And
uh,
then showing up, like who talks first, and when do you call in your witness, all that stuff, just the process of a trial.
typically, typically the judge will go through all that. Like that's not really something we have to worry about.
Yeah, but it is useful to know
Yeah, if you know
beforehand
it
to prep.
beforehand, like if you don't know you have an opening statement, then you don't prepare one, and then you come in and it's like, hey, you give your opening statement, you're like, oh shit, didn't know I had to have one.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bigger discussion to have in the Discordian.
Probably.
But let me continue what I was saying. So I think I'm with you guys when it comes to the public records. It can't be reports. It would just have to be. It would just have to be, um, like charges and like who's got those charges. But even then, I wouldn't say that I'm 100% for or against, even though I'm with you here, is because I need to hear what law enforcement thinks. I would like to hear what Case thinks about it. I'd like to hear what the mayor thinks about it, because these are all important individuals that opinions need to be heard, because while the mayor, is the mayor, he doesn't have much when it comes to this specific topic. I'm sure he could give me a overview of how that would affect the populace, right? Same thing with law enforcement, right? But law enforcement would be the highest affected here, because then they know, like, even though there's no reports, they need to make sure that the people are getting charged with what they're getting charged with, right?
Yeah. Like
And
I represented DT and one of his guys, and the arresting officer wanted to hit him with bank robbery on top of it all, because we saw them leave in the same clothing. They got in a car and evaded them, and then dumped the car, got in another. So at the point they arrested them, the only thing that connected them to the bank robbery was the clothes they were wearing.
yeah,
And
but were they
Tebow was there.
following the whole time through the car switch?
No, no, they
You're
completely
right.
got away. Like the car switch was unseen. The arresting situation was entirely separate from the bank. That was over, that was done, they got away, car's gone. They were just in the same clothes. That's the only thing that was the same. Police didn't see them do it, no. And Tebow was there with her when they arrested them. And I was talking to Tebow, and Tebow said allegedly they robbed the bank. And I knew what he meant then. So I was talking to him. I was like, if we take this to trial, the bank robbery's gone. That doesn't even have a snowball's chance in hell if the only thing they have connecting them is what they are wearing. Like, there's just not a chance. That will not
Did they
hold up
drop it?
without reasonable doubt. Oh yeah, she dropped it immediately when I talked to her, because she was like, "Well, I don't want to deal with that in court." I was like, "There would be no dealing with it in court. There would be us going in, me saying you have no evidence they committed the bank robbery, and that charge specifically being dropped.
Yeah, I
The rest of
guess.
the charges she had them hook and anchor on, but
Yeah, I
not
guess I
that one."
could say you're welcome, because I would assume I've set a precedence for evidence. And since the
Yeah.
police weren't very happy the last time, when I don't know if you were there, Frost, but what happened was that the only thing police had was oral arguments on what happened, and I didn't take that as evident beyond a reasonable doubt. And they were not happy with me, and they got all pissy. And at the end of the day, the defendants won, because as he said, she said, and they didn't have no body cam, they didn't have shit.
And it was two officers, and the two officers were probably the ones that got the maddest. So, I mean, if that goes to show what their character is like, I don't really know what does.
It does speak to
I
their
mean, I
character.
can't say I'm surprised. I don't think the police department in this city is the greatest.
I think there's definitely a few bad apples, and the two people who were on the witness stand that day would be two of them.
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying they're not the greatest just by, how they act and stuff. I just think they need some education on how evidence actually works.
Well, I have heard some good things, that there's a process being handed out. The command team did come to me at one point, and I don't know if you saw it, but there is a new some law changes and a new vehicle impound stuff, which is a little bit more clear, and that's public. Um, which is basically like class one. I think your car gets held till trial if it was used in a crime, which I think is fair. Because class one is like hold till trial anyway. Um, and they had some articulable facts to say that there's a lot of cars being used in crime that were owned by the people who were doing it. Um, but yeah, I think I think I'll try my best to have a conversation with the PD, have a conversation with the mayor, and see if what their opinions is on that. And what I would say to you guys is contact the other public defenders and try to get their opinion and maybe convert them over to your side. And I'll talk to Case as well if I can get him. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm happy to just chill for a bit.
So we have bench trials now, right?
Bench trials, whenever you need them, as long as it's not in 3 hours from this immediate time, because I'm trying to keep a good sleeping schedule.
Oh yeah, no, it's just in general, because
Yeah, bench
it was
trials.
kind of annoying having PD like quote unquote charge someone,
Mm-hmm.
and then going down to the cells and telling them, hey, this charge doesn't stick, and then just them being able to remove it and applying others. It was kind of annoying because I just had to advise all my clients to just take the charges and fight it after, which is kind of, pointless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
bench
good.
trials. Bench trials. I'm happy to do them.
What are the limitations on them? Is there
So
limitations?
the limitation I would put on a bench trial is not too early and not too late, like as an external limitation.
Well,
So,
no, I'm also just referring to like charge wise. Like, is there a limit? Like, do they have to reach a certain amount of fine/time before we can request one?
um, no, I don't think so. As long as you actually have a case and you're not wasting the court's time, because people will get fined if they ask for doing that. And in fact, I have been directed that any public defender who does like take a case that they know that he has no basis willingly, right, will get punished as well. Like like unless he's insistent and he's just gonna fucking do it, like you try your best to convince them that they're an idiot and they shouldn't take the case. But like you could also say like, well, actually, I'm not sure, but the public defender stuff is interesting because there's certain things that as a public defender you should be doing, like defending people who
Oh
need
yeah,
it.
but sometimes the best defense is no defense.
Yeah, but what I would say if someone's being like that, I would say just no longer be their lawyer. Um, and I don't know if there's anybody because I don't have a problem with it personally. I'm sure there are problems that could arise with that, but I'd say just like don't fuck yourself basically by
Oh
going
yeah,
to
but
court for
I'm
no reason.
just making sure. And then like
But
charge wise, like
I don't think any charge wise stuff is.
as long as you kind of just have a good case, so you don't waste anyone's time.
Yeah,
And
I mean
even
I'm
if
fine
like
those lasting 2 hours. By the way, like bench trials, like it doesn't matter to me as long as we figure it out.
so even if you take a case, right? Like I will say this to you, Frost. Um, like the Colombo case. I took
You cut out. U.S.
so
What
I
was your
took the
song? I think.
Colombo case and he was under hold until trial.
Yeah,
So he had to go to trial for I took the case and then later realized like, hey, we have no case for this. Like he fed me false information. This is done. We're not gonna My suggestion would be to note that and convince them to take a guilty plea. And whatever the prosecution says, try to talk that down a little bit. Like even if you're not gonna win and get them like not guilty, still like give yourself a win in some way.
But yeah, but that's easier now with the bench trials, because before when you would do that, you would be like, hey, can he wants to plead guilty, can we get it down? And they just tell me like, no, we kind of already dropped 20 months because he was being nice. And then you would point out like, hey, the one charge is fake, you're not gonna stick it. they would just be like, yeah, well, we already dropped 20 months, so either we remove that charge and we just add more months on the other charges, or we just let it stick. See what I mean? It just made it kind of pointless to even be there. Because either way, they're gonna get the time that they wanted. But now with bench trials, that's harder to do, because then they actually have to charge them with stuff, and then we can fight it in court, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just for your personal information, take this as you will. Police in my courtroom need to have evidence. Need to have something. Like, that could be small shit too, as long as it like shows without a reasonable doubt that what they say happened, right? And I explained to them because they were very upset. Many people came up to me and were very upset. But what I told them, and I'll tell you guys too, just so you know, I want any amount of evidence I can get. I don't care if it's a fucking paint scrape. I don't care if it's like a traded paint scrape. I just want something else. That doesn't mean I'd immediately agree the second I saw it, but it helps to argue their case. Right? So, I'm pretty sure
And
they're working on doing that, which would help everybody.
And as for us, Frost, any evidence like they have, if you can find a way to disprove it or make it not credible, do it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
certain
of course.
evidence is admissible and inadmissible, and it's up to me to decide whether it is or not.
Yeah.
And at an arraignment hearing, which is supposed to happen before a regular trial, that stuff could be like admitted. So it's like, hey, I admit exhibit A, B, or whatever, and then I will decide if it's inadmissible. The defense or prosecution, depending on who admitted it, could speak to it. I would allow them to as well, to speak to why it's like not admissible or whatever. So yeah. Okay. All right. I think we're done here, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright.
I appreciate you guys taking the time in your days to come and speak to me about this. I know it was an important topic.
Oh, bro.
I will speak to the powers that be to see what their opinions on it is. All right, good day.
Have a good day.
All right, I think that was a great conversation. I want to get one more paycheck before I unset my job here. Just because I'm very poor. Like, I am so poor, man. Like, I need money. And I don't want to steal, right? But just remember, we just had this big meeting. I got 2 paychecks. Well, now 3, but I got 3 grand. Now, if any civilian is mad at that, I need to remind you that you can make up to 6K. Up to 6K. Or actually, no, up to a 10K, depending on how fast you're doing it, an hour with grinding, right? And I want to make some money while role-playing. And it's just the way our stuff's set, because we're not really supposed to be grinding. And it would be a risk for me to continue the grind, because I'd have to break laws to be efficient. So we'll wait until we get this money check come in. Nice. And then, bam, number went up. But yeah, I think everyone brought some good points up. And for future reference, I know this place is encrypted, but I would love... Well, if it's encrypted, you can't. But if it's not encrypted, I'd love to see that be called the meeting room. Would love it. Love to see it. And also, I'd love to see that be locked and have PD... What the fuck? Just do a orientation check. Okay. Let's put my gun back.
Can't wait to have that drink next weekend.
Pull my vehicle ahead a little. 2 abandoned vehicles. Interesting. No, I should have a fire extinguisher. Check adjacent rooftops. I mean, there's not much I can do. I want to wait here because there's roleplay to be had. But this is a risk. It's very strange to have this outside. Saw a dude on a bike. It's very strange. And where are the attorney's cars? Do we have cops on? Oh. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that there's no one around here waiting to ambush me. So I'll wait. But yeah, it is strange. I do see it as a threat, to be clear. And I do not want to sit here too long before I leave. Because 2 abandoned vehicles like that, it's just weird, man. I don't like it. Wait, I can check my MDT. Hold on. Jason Jones. Is Trooper Jones, is that you?
That is me. Sorry, I was coming from Paleo.
Yeah, you see that car right there? There's a car behind it as well. I came out the basement door and it was on fire just right there. And we were
It's like
inside.
Orange Mini?
Yeah, we were inside having a meeting with some DOJ members, and I don't know if there's anything fucked around or I haven't went near it. Haven't touched it.
Dimitri Jones there?
Yes, in fact.
You might want to tell him off. He parked his truck up there. I gave him an illegal parking ticket.
Wait, was he not in a parking spot?
No, he was up like right by the doors.
Oh my gosh.
So I gave him a ticket.
What car was he driving?
Like a pickup truck.
Jesus Christ.
So how long has it been out for?
Like 30 seconds after the first call. So.
Oh, so quite a while.
Yeah, and there's one over there as
Right.
well. It's like a white SUV. But I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I don't want to start it in case the ignition starts and it goes boom, so I'll just try and push it out of your way for you.
Well, it's not in my way, but it is in my yard. And also, I don't know if there's a bomb in it. I know that might be like a drastic connection to make, but who in their right mind would park in front of the courthouse with a nearly blown up car?
Your lawyer likes to park on the
Well, yeah,
on
but
the
his
parking
car wasn't
spot,
on a
so-
fire, right?
I mean, it wasn't locked.
Bruh. Anyway, I'll leave it in your capable hands. Thank you for responding.
Alright, I'll try and do something with it.
Godspeed, don't die. I'm not, I like to be very cautious when it comes to shit like this. Just because. Well, there's reasons, I suppose, but... But yeah, speaking on my background for a second, it's been, or well, my history so far, it's been a really fun time becoming a judge, I'll tell you that. In fact, and this might come to a surprise for some of you, I've actually enjoyed Judge RP a little bit more than I've been enjoying roleplay for cops. Does that mean that I don't like cop roleplay? No, I love cop roleplay, but I have been getting a large amount of enjoyment. And in fact, I will say that I might in the future go for the head judge before anyone else joins, you know, capitalize on my my earliness. But, you know, my only problem with going for head judge is that I'm coming into a place as a lead, something I do not have a good grasp of understanding on, right? And that I need to, you know, lead other people in the same direction who have questions that I might not be able to answer. And also, it might hinder my law enforcement. What the fuck was that? Sorry, I had water in my hands, so I had to turn my whole car. But it might hinder my law enforcement. Because obviously you don't want one person holding all these cool positions, right? I've been looking for sergeant now for ages. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Also, I kind of need to make a write-up on what we just talked about there. Tebow's on, but he's not a person anymore. Let me speak to Nash. That's not Nash. Who the fuck is that? Look at my DMs, fool. Let me just DM Nash because why use the in-game system, you know? Because I'm dumb. That's why. Did all the cops retire? Alright. Okay, let's go down to the... did I unset my job? Okay. Let's go down to the... terminal. Let's go down to the terminal. Let's see how much money I got down there. It should be like $2,000. Shouldn't be anything crazy or not crazy, you know? And also, why the fuck was Jones in Polito, man? Bro. There's nothing going on in Polito. Unless there was something going on. You know, I don't know if I like those stadium lights. I'm sure it's realistic, but, you know. Bruh. You're on a straight. That's not what that light is. It's a turn light. Alright, if this fucking car signals, I'm gonna lose my shit. Of course, it's a player? Dude, I'm not even sure. I have no idea. What? Bro, there's no fucking way this is a player. Come on, let me see his face. Let me... Oh, wait, I got a little bit of room. Come on. Come on. That's a local, man. I think. What the fuck are you doing? Come on, let me go up here. Wait, wait, wait. This isn't the right way. If I had took that way, I would have been stuck. Because they don't have medians. Their medians are ass down that way. I think they're called medians, the island in the middle. Alright, let's get the music back on. Let me turn it up a bit. Jeez. A little bit more. Nice. No. Yes, please. Thank you. Hey, why did I take this way? So inefficient. I'll show you why. If you were to turn right and then go into terminal, it's just not as efficient as coming out here. Because you only have, I think, one set of lights, which is there. If you didn't take the off-ramp like an idiot, like I did. But you can pull hard right up here. Or soft right. You can pull soft right up here. Through here. And you can hop through the old bus stop that in the past we had a crazy scene at that Adam made. If you were there. It was over there. And then you have, what, 2 more sets of lights and you're clean? Like, it's actually so efficient because you're coming straight off the highway. And if you get a good light on this one, you're fucking golden, bro. Barely any laws broken. And then you be smart and you drive oncoming lanes while you're the judge. Corrupt. How dare you? How dare I? Dude, I'll tell you one thing. Buying this Tahoe for, like, my main vehicle as my judge character, such a good fucking decision, man. It just makes sense. You ever see a judge? They're gonna be in a Suburban. It just is what it is. You ever see a judge in a sports car? Those motherfuckers being paid, bro. Being paid. Off. They're being paid off. That was my point. Hold on. I want my $75. We're gonna wait here. I want my $75. I need it. It's important. Alright. Alright, did I get my money? Nope, it's not 6:30 yet. Alright, so I'm just gonna get this thing pinned for Marco here. What one was that? _A. Let me see. State statutes active, and let me see. SADPS. Department of Public Safety. Does that include? I'm sure it is. I'm sure that includes everybody. Let me make sure I'm sharing these as a person who has link is not editing. Let me make sure. Copy link. There we go. Give me a second, guys. I'm just fixing something in our Discord. Alright. Did I get my money? I'm sure I got my money. Alright, how much I got in here? 1,500? That ain't shit, man. Oh. That's probably why. I should have paid that. Whatever. Alright. Thank you very much, Afroman. Absolute Chad. Let's go incoming lanes. Alright, I need to head to the nearest garage at my earliest convenience. I need to find some good music too. And not do that to my fucking car. You know how hard it is to repair in this city? I have to talk to somebody. I have to socialize. It's crazy. But yeah, after stream, and I won't do it on your guys' time, but after stream, I will do a write-up on the thing we just discussed in game. But yeah, anytime there's anything going on like that, I will try to stream it. So anytime we want to have a conversation about something, I will try to stream it. I have always disliked the ruling of, hey, turn off your stream, please, we're saying private information. And unless it makes, like, the information could be heavily meted on and could hinder the server. That's the only time I'd agree. It's like discussing a current raid in progress, or, you know, stuff like that. Because, you know, people would meta on that. Because we've seen it before. But, that being said, I want to be able to stream everything. Everything. If I can play the video game, I want to stream the video game. I was gonna go up there, but that's just way too awful. I need gas immediately. And there's enough people to do any amount of surveillance. Dude, imagine my door hit that gas pump and I just blew up. I'd be pissed. Hey, I'm the first pin. Oh, no, I'm not the first pin. Sedge. I need to remove this much. Which means I only need to paste this much. Alright. Fix this. There we go. Alright, back on the freeway. Also, we have a new fire chief. Who's Hollywood, by the way. Who we haven't seen in the server in a very long time. It's really nice seeing him here. It's like the old school. If I'm the old school now, they're the old school. I haven't seen Hollywood in ages. But that was back when C-Tram was community manager, or Summer had just gotten community manager. It was a while ago. Alright. I need to find a new garage, by the way. Also, like, hello? Dynasty 8? Is Stiff around? Like, could I get a... I'm gonna start setting fire. You don't want to do that, Adam. Hello.
Hello?
Bob. Alright, Dynasty 8. Where the fuck is Dynasty 8? Helping specifically Tebow so he can, you know, decide. I want a quote on my house that I'm planning on buying. I was gonna buy something on GOH, but I need to have something that looks really nice. Because I'm a judge, I'm supposed to be in nice shit. Not like gauche, right? But like something passable, something that like a high-standing government job would be able to afford. And I'm only making more and more money every time I get 15K. Like, I'm already making $600 every hour. On top of the whatever money I'm making for court stuff. Which isn't a lot, right? Like, every time I use my job set, like, I'm making at most, like, 3K. Well, no, I'm making a little bit more than that. Oh, hold on, Jeremy. Roll back the horses. Let's say 6K. Maybe 8. Right? And it's not consistent. Right? It's not like, oh, you make that on an hourly basis. Like, no, I'll make that every day. I'll make 6 to 8K every day. So any meeting I can get in game is more money. Right? Jesus Christ. Is that Austin? Or sorry, is that Adam? I was thinking of the name Austinson. Such a dumb name. Couldn't you come up with something creative, Adam? Other than a play on someone else's name? You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Hello, Mr. Tebow's. Jay Verdin with the DOJ. How you doing?
What's going on, Verdin?
I'm looking. I know that you're one of the approved realtors for
Yes,
the
sir.
Dynasty 8. And I'm wondering if you want to meet me at this place that I can get a quick quote on.
Yeah, I'm just doing a quick gas station delivery right now,
Yeah.
and then I will gladly get with you.
All right. The postal is 456. I'll send it in your messages so you don't have to remember. And
Okay, perfect.
I'll be waiting here.
All right, appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a good.
Have a good. Sorry. 456. What's that street name? Fuck. I don't know. Richmond Street. Ah, shit. That's the whitest street name I've ever fucking heard. Who came up with that? Oh, man. I can't represent with, like, a really nice fucking clean car. Damn it, Verdin. Bitch. Man, this is gonna be expensive. He's gonna say like $3 billion because it has a fucking pool. I'm telling you right now, if Tebow says, hey, it's X amount of money because it has a pool, I'm gonna lose my shit, man. I don't care about the pool. I just want a nice house and all of them have pools. Alright? That's it. I just want a nice house. Oh man, look at that lag. Eat the bush. Damn, it's a really nice pool though. My name irritates Austin, which is the entire point. You're an awful person, Adam. Awful. But this house is gorgeous, and I could see a judge living here, you know? But yeah, like, I don't want the house because of the pool, because I wanted the house because of the driveway. I just see a judge living here. You know? Man, I wish I had, like, some kind of clean car kit. Like, this house ain't bad, actually. I'd take this as a second, you know? I'd take this as a second. But it probably has a pool. Like, it's probably, like, fucking gilded to the nines with rich people shit. Wait? No. Of course it has a fucking pool. Oh, that's him coming. And it has a hot tub? Jesus Christ. Relax. Alright, I'll go and sit where my intro is right now. But if I change... Here's the problem. If I change the house decision, I need to change this. If it'll work. Well, it doesn't want to work. I need to change this. See? Like, how can I do that? I've kind of, like, fucked myself here. I'm just gonna sit here. Just like my intro. Look at it. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. That's me. That's me. Wait, hold on. Let's make it real. It's like a perspective shift. Oh, what the... Okay. Hey. Alright, don't become foggy in the middle of this, please. But it is a really nice house. I'm imagining it's gonna be like... Listen, I'm poor, man. I don't know what money is anymore, like, cause like I'm just so poor on all my characters. Like, I just don't know what money is. And if he says, hey, this is gonna be $1 million, I might just drown him in the pool. You know, I might just drown him in the pool. Just kill him right there. Get rid of Dylan Tebow. Get rid of him. Where's the rest of my money? Didn't I have like $200? Huh. I'm not sure. Wait, do you ever need your phone in your thing? You need that, but you don't use it. Also, imagine how annoying it would be for DOJ to have to take off their MDT, which I don't think they're told to. At least I'm not fucking telling anybody to. But imagine if you said, hey, this MDT, every time you get off duty, you're going to have to put it back. It would be awful. Because we're not the same as law enforcement, unfortunately. Like, it's awful, awfully hard to, like, do the inventory juggle, you know? Is that him coming? Nope. Nope, that's Adam. Hi, Adam. Just out in the fucking boonies, you know? Chilling. I saw you. I fucking saw you. You're not in a white car? Just a white sports car, 2-door? No shot. Not up there right now? No? You sure? I think there's only one person as pretentious as Mr. Adam Savage. to you know, drive a car like that. Come down the street. Come on. Oh no, that might be Mr. Tebow. Adam Savage isn't a thing yet. What's that mean? Is he dead? He's driving white and he's got render though. Jesus Christ. Did you drive through a few buildings on your way here, Mr. Tebow?
Oh, this car is fucked.
Yeah, I can
Don't
see
drive
that.
it. Its handling is absolute terrible right now.
Damn.
Its steering is so fucked up.
You know, there's people you could tell about that, and they'll fix it pretty quick.
Driven it in a while. Didn't know it was like this.
Well, I don't think I can ever afford this house or any house on this
I was gonna
thing.
let you know that.
But I want to know the price. And if you say the price hikes up because of the pool, I might drown you in it. I'm just saying. Listen, the whole
will in
pool
Vinewood.
thing's gonna piss me off.
It will in Vinewood.
It will in
Not
Vinewood.
here.
Great.
Not here.
I can get behind that. Man of reason.
I mean, if you think about Vinewood Hills, like it's got like 100 houses that don't have pools and do have pools. So like, you may as well like.
Yeah, I
fuck
checked
up the
it.
price
I
of
checked
that.
the next door neighbor, and then they also have a pool. And
So I will tell you right now that that house directly behind us, the one up on the hills,
the
is
big one.
6.8 million.
yeah, but that's a mansion, brother.
Yep. I was just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm fine with the number on that one because that's a mansion. This is like a high-end house with a
This is
pool.
more higher end.
I don't know. I think this is a high-end. I don't know what system you guys are using, so.
It's basically like, I mean, you know what high end this is, and I'm not gonna tell you a trailer's fucking high end.
Well, obviously, but
I mean, this is more obviously high end.
okay. So what's the price
Um,
ranges for high-end? It's not a mansion. Mind you, still got a lot of space.
So this entire area, I know we based it off, I believe.
It's gonna be hard to not be mad about this on stream. It's gonna be a fucking challenge.
Because we marked it up from all along North Rockford Drive on that side of the road, all the way up there to where that massive mansion is and back up to those houses.
Mm-hmm.
This, I feel like, is on the lower spectrum versus the ones on the road that would probably cost us upwards of more like 1.2-1 million area.
This is gonna be
Because they have a
800K.
lot bigger backyards
Yeah.
compared to these ones over here, along this road, more specifically. So I could probably, and because you're the judge now, right? Correct, Myra?
Yep.
On that one?
I'm a judge. I don't get paid enough as is, by the way. Like I'm fucking
No
poor.
way.
I can't.
All
I
right.
can't afford any of these
Good.
houses. But
What are you making right now, out of curiosity?
I make 1,000. But the problem is we can't have our job activated. It's not enough. I just had an hour meeting and I made $2,000. Now that doesn't make sense because you're supposed to get 4. That's what I made. And I was in there for a whole hour.
I'll take note of that. For you, I'll do. I'll do
600K.
800,
Ugh.
maybe 750. I'll treat you nice.
All right. I don't know how I would. Do we have loans at all? I feel like I could be a good loans guy.
But once I get my society, like my boss, like think account set up,
Mhm.
I plan on figuring out a loan system through D8 itself,
Okay. So just
where
speaking,
I will hunt you down directly for your monthly payments,
yeah, it's fine.
and only selective people will be getting it. You need to pass a credit check.
Well, I'm pretty sure I could pass that.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Um,
sure you could.
Speaking on like housing prices, I don't know what Dynasty 8 has access to or not. what is, and I would say right now to what I get paid, and this might change in the future, and I'll let you know. But
You're
right now, like I think the only thing I could reasonably get up to in a reasonable amount of time is probably like 150K. So like, what would be a nice house that a judge would live in for that price? If any, and if there's not, let me know, and I will talk to
I
the
can
powers
set
that
you
be.
up in 571, like this, the nicer subdivision of Mirror Park.
Mirror Park would be good.
I could also
Oh, I don't like 571 though. I've been there
set you up
before.
along the beach towards 433.
I did want a house over there. Yeah, I was looking at some houses right there, but they are awful. Just out of curiosity, by the way, how much is the house at 421? Mansion, Univana Road, biggest mansion we have, probably, other than the Playboy one.
421, which one?
That's the big one. The one with the pool. The
Oh,
wetland
that
thing.
one.
How much is that?
That's 4 mil.
That's cheaper than what's up there? Really? I guess it is not in the city, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
What about the
You're on
vineyard?
Vinewood Hidden. The vineyard.
And I guess since you're here, 425, which is the lower down, smaller mansion without a backyard at all or a pool or anything. I don't think it has a pool anyway. Like 425 is awful. Because I'd love something to strive for.
I think we marked that at 3.2.
3.2. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Maybe get a pay raise. Fuck.
I'll look into that as well.
Yeah, but the vineyard, you don't have a... Was that 4.2 for the vineyard or for 425?
3.2 for the vineyard.
3.2 for the vineyard. Hey! But that's a public place. It feels
Was that
like
425?
425.
Yeah, that was 3.2.
Okay. It's not
'Cause
bad.
I went out and marked all of these places by postal.
Let me see. Let me see. How much is the range in Polito? Like, what's the prices up there? Are they crazy or? I don't want to live up there. I'm just curious.
50 to I think 100K, 125 is the one for the most expensive one because you have that really big house on the beach.
Big house on the beach.
Yeah, it's got like the double door garage. It's just right around the corner
yeah.
from the PD or the sheriff's building.
What are these house markers? I've also noticed these houses on the map. Are those like people's houses?
So the white ones,
Yeah.
those are for sale. Those are buildings are for sale.
Oh. Is that ones you can just go buy without a realtor?
Correct.
I mean, Mirror
They're
Park
just
ain't bad.
pre-set-up house.
Mirror Park ain't bad. I'm sure there's a wide range of prices there. 571 ain't bad either, but I definitely need a pay rise before even buying a house. Or just wait until the loans come out because... like, I'm not gonna run away with the thing, and I have a government paycheck, so my pay is more
I
consistent.
just need to ask the right questions, and then I can get that back to you.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more questions. Well, I guess what's the is there like the cheapest section? Like, is it in some gang area or whatever? Like 763,
Yeah, it's like gang
793.
areas, like Grove Street, South Side.
Are they like, how cheap are we talking?
Or trailers. They're like 50K. Or the trailers up in Sandy are like
Damn.
20, 40.
50K. Shit.
What year are we living in? 1980? Fuck.
I have 8K, and I've been around a lot.
We don't live in 1980 anymore, unfortunately.
Listen,
when
when did the year have anything to do with how much money I have?
Economy, brother. Economy.
Uh-huh.
Inflation.
The only thing not inflating is my fucking paycheck. That's what's the only thing's not inflating. In fact, I can see them deflating it.
Hey, do you want to know what my tick is as real estate?
0.
0.
Yeah, you don't have any money.
Yeah, so bite me.
But you're a cop, bro.
Well, I don't do much cop when people are always wanting D8. How much money do I even got? I got $26,000.
Yeah, it's been rough. Oh, do you know what? I need to ask. 538 La Fruta Blanca. How much is that? Come on, please tell me it's like 2 mil. Come on.
538.
538. It's on Sonora Road. It's like right off the highway.
I don't want to talk about that building right now.
Why not? I want that. Is it bad? Is it expensive?
Loophole fucking sold it.
Who? Wait, someone bought it, you mean?
Yeah, Nash owns it, and I'm really not happy with how it went down.
Wait, why? Could he afford it?
No, he could afford. I don't want to get into it. It's frustrating.
I don't know how he could afford it, because he should be getting the same money I'm getting. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll. I'll get you set up with a fucking loan once I get set up.
Yeah, we'll have another discussion.
We will. I'll leave your thing up on the quote for later on because I'll once I get it all set up, I'll just contact you right away.
Yeah, and I'll contact the powers that be to try to get a paycheck rise since I can only turn it on every so often.
Exactly. I'll get sorted on that one as well when you hopefully get that sorted.
Head out. It is a nice
and
house.
hopefully when you, it is. Hopefully when you get that sorted out, I'll be able to have my shit sorted out, and then we'll be able to sort this out.
Yeah. See, the thing is like if I could be around like 5 hours a day, like I would be making good money because I got truckers too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just can't. I can't just sit up here doing nothing, twiddling my thumbs. I need to be doing something active.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the judge stuff, like it is very specific, and for good reason. For good reason. But yeah, thanks for seeing me, Mr. Tebow. I hope you have a good rest of your day, sir.
Yeah, you too, Mr. Verdin.
All right, drive safe. All right. Do we stall another 2 minutes? Yeah, fuck it. Let's stall another 2. So we can get our paycheck here. For $600. I'm just trying to get my my truckers because I really do need money and I really do not want to be a grinder, Andy. Because it's just it's really risky because I don't want to get kidnapped, and like if I'm in grinding mood, like I don't really want to be a proponent of roleplay because I'm just trying to make money, right? It's good. It's just going to be annoying, and that mentality in itself is fucking annoying. So like, you know, you can see what kind of thing I'm set in. Oh, the church's interior is back in. Interesting. Very interesting, in fact. I could have some roleplay around that if someone was running it. If someone was running, I would love to see, in fact, and in fact, I would recommend this out of character that someone would run a, like make it a shell, like a front company, and you're just transporting trucks with coffins. Because then I could do my shady stuff through it, and just have it in a document somewhere. You know what? With AI, something I motherfucker, man. Something I was thinking about with AI is like I do a lot of Minecraft stuff, and I have like I have libraries, right? And I was thinking with the new update in Minecraft where you have like these shelves that add like you can basically place books on the shelves. If I place written books that actually had writing in them, I think AI could generate a lot of like really cool text based off like my lore. I could just train it off of my lore and then make it write text and generate text off of what's going on, and then anybody, if I made it a server, you could go in and read every book, and then it would actually have stuff in it. How cool would that be? That'd be really sick. I think I might do that. Mind you, I don't know how to train an AI, so I'd have to prompt it with the right questions. I'm sure I could figure it out. I do want to be cautious with the AI stuff, though. It's a great tool, but it is worrisome for creative writing. You know? Very. But, could be really cool. And it could just give me a starting ground to just kind of bulk out a few novels. Which, in Minecraft terms, would be like literally 4 pages of backstory, you know? And I could prompt it with stuff, right? Like, hey, tell me a story about a god that no longer exists, or something, right? But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of today's stream. I appreciate everyone coming in here and chilling with me for a bit. And I appreciate everyone who was chatting very much. And I hope you guys and gals have a good rest of your evening. Till next time.